Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. This will be our last Wednesday for a couple of weeks. I will try and come on while we are in transit. But good morning. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. Good morning, Drusilla. Good to have you here. And today I have with me the energy of a group called the Ascended. They came in with some very interesting ruminations this morning about the 10 Commandments, but I'm not going to go into that because I think the other thing they want to discuss is about your immortal soul. That your immortal soul isn't something you have, it's something you are. And we're going to get right into that in just a couple more minutes. We're going to give people a chance to come and join us. Good morning, Bridget and Amanda. Good morning, Bob. Glad you can make it today. Yes. So as this week closes out, it's important you begin to understand that these ascension energies are real. Everything that's happening on the planet is affected by different types of consciousnesses. A lot of people take for granted that incredible sphere in the sky called the sun as just something that's just there, that it has no real effect or influence on it, but you know it does. And it's not just affecting whether or not you get a sunburn or not. The sun is infinitely more impactful upon our lives than most of you realize. So keep in mind, over these next few days, there will be more solar activity at a higher than normal rate. Solar activity, that's the function of the sun, the way the sun interacts with the earth and us, is life-changing. The sun is a life-changing organism. And I say organism because it's a living sentient being, not by the terms of life that we would identify organic life, but it is a living form. It's alive, it's dynamic, it radiates light. And light is life. And life is love, you know. Keep that in mind. Stay grounded, stay hydrated. Very important in these coming days that you do this, because you're going to find yourself experiencing high levels of energy. I'm getting lots of people messaging me about heart palpitations, some people finding themselves going into a panic. Let me say a few things about this. The sun is what orchestrates the transformation and changes that happen in this physical dimension. The sun, not humanity. Humanity has very little to do with the orchestration of events that are happening on this planet right now. But our consciousness, human consciousness, does indeed interact with the energy of the sun. And our love, our fear, our anger, our emotional energy connects to everything around us, including the sun. 7 billion souls, well, closer to 9 billion human souls now. Our energy affects and influences how life interacts with us. And so I can't encourage you enough to consider keeping yourself centered in love and in grace and compassion and kindness. Keep away from anger. All these people in positions of authority and control that are doing what they're doing, they will reap what they sow. All of us will. Now, the Ascended, this is my personal opinion, the Ascended have something very different to talk about in terms of the immortal soul, but I want you to just be prepared in these next coming weeks. There's going to be a lot of solar activity going on. Very important. Stay hydrated, stay grounded, stay in a relatively high vibrational state. What I mean by that is stay closer to being connected in the positive scale of emotional energy. Because whatever emotions you're holding in your mind, and you do, you can hold emotions in your mind and you can let them go. You can hold on to them, you can let them go. You feel upset, you're looking at your upset, you're holding on to it. Let it go. The dominant emotions that you find yourself giving attention to in your mind and in the world around you are going to impact your life and the lives of those around you in a more amplified way, because this energy coming in will amplify what we each predominantly hold in our hearts and in our minds. This will affect human behavior, as emotions are the very cornerstone of all human action. Our emotions, doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, our emotions are the cornerstone of every human action. our fears, our joys, our sorrows, our bliss, our kindness, our greed, our desires, they are going to be amplified. And this can be a really great opportunity if you choose to stay centered in love, in playfulness, in compassion. Love one another. That's the real simple adage. And the sun will amplify what we all hold in our own hearts. This is a physical dimension. It's very different than a spiritual dimension, but very similar laws apply here. What the Ascended said to me this morning is it's important you understand that you are an immortal soul. That because you are an immortal soul does not mean you can be exempt from the effects of your own causing. You can delay or procrastinate on experiencing the consequences of your action over lifetimes, but eventually you will have to reap what you sow. The physical form in which you find yourself now is temporary. It will cease to exist, the body that you find yourself in, no matter how diligently your scientists can find ways of manipulating and altering the structure of physiology, genetics, and even consciousness itself. You will not be able to escape the effects of your own causing. You can extend your life physiologically by respecting, honoring, and cherishing the form. You can extend your life by manipulation and control through, as we said, genetics and altering consciousness. But that will not help you escape the effects of your causes, for you span eternity as a spiritual consciousness. The form in which you find yourself hearing these words is limited to a small segment of that infinite expanse of time and space. But every lifetime that you have forms a series of pearls in time and space called your living experiences. And they hang on the string of your life, your consciousness, that spans eternity. And every time you go through a lifetime of experience, you formulate and shape a pearl of your being, that when you come back into this world, you get to experience and interact with the effects of your own causing. It is true when you leave the physical body that you are less encumbered by the experiences of that lifetime. You're less troubled by it, at least while you're not in the body. But when you return to an embodiment, you will reap the effects of your own sowing. There is a state of being that you can move into, a state that we call love and grace. A state called love and grace, which has no suffering. Grace and love have no suffering. And to align yourself into that, well, you dip your toes in and out of the experience of being human. You can delight in coming into the waters, and you can delight when you leave the waters. Like a tropical ocean, you can go into it and spend many amount of time in that water and enjoy it, and come out and feel refreshed and rejuvenated, and go back in again and come out, be refreshed and rejuvenated. But if you come into the waters and you're angry and you're frustrated, it will not be so pleasant. You will come back into the waters to meet the effects of your own causing. Your soul is immortal. There are other aspects of that called consciousness and unconsciousness. Many of you are unconscious of this fact, believing that the locus of your identity is exclusively limited to your physiology, to your psychology, that is the personality you have. Many of you believe that those are the only sources of your identity. These are only the sources of your human identity. They are not the source of all of you. But take advantage of each lifetime that you have. Even now you can begin to shape and form the pearls of your next lifetimes by the nature and quality of your being here and now. And every one of your actions can fall under two categories of expression, love or fear. And what would you choose? What would you like to meet in your next lifetime? Your love or your fear? Your anger? Your joy? At any point in the process, you can begin to reshape your function of being in time and space, and return and return again to joy, to love, to creativity, as many of you have, as many of you have not. You cannot escape. Even with the knowledge that you are an immortal soul, you cannot escape the effects of your own causing. There's not one amongst you in this world right now that is not experiencing the effects of your own causing. And until you take a broader perspective of your being, recognizing that the actions, thoughts, words, and deeds that you perform in this lifetime resonate and ripple out into eternity, and that you, by way of using your consciousness correctly, can alter and change the effects. And it is more difficult to do it in a lifetime where you have forgotten what you've done before, simply thinking that the unpleasant things that you're experiencing are just what's happening here and now, not considering that what it is that I have said or done that may be the cause of this effect. But we simply want you to understand that you are not just a physical organism, a psychological structure of information and memory and anticipation, dreams and aspirations. Yes, these are all part of your humanness. And this humanness that you formulate while you're in this existence has effects and ripples. You ride upon the waves of your own creative process. You're right in this lifetime, you're riding on the wave of what was before. And like a surfer, you can change the way you ride that wave. It can be exciting and wondrous, or you can simply fall into the water. In the context of your immortality, there is no escaping the effects of your own causing, as you will be exposed to them as long as you exist. There are those that step outside of this function of birth and death, this cycle again and again. There are very few that actually step out of that into a whole realm of being. Many of you follow some of these individuals. You can measure your life from this single period of time and space, or you can expand your awareness to include realms of perception and experience that go far beyond the scope of a single lifetime. That the events and circumstances you experience, good or not so good in this lifetime, are effects of a cause in which you participated. The law of resonance will only allow you to experience that with which you are in harmony with. In your process of creation through time eternally, you experience the effects of your own causing. You arrive upon the waves of your immortal consciousness. And this can be a really wonderful and delightful experience, and it can be very difficult and challenging. And all of it is necessary if for only but one of you to choose love. It is easy when you leave a lifetime, you will feel quite relieved. Oh my goodness, I'm free of that. But you are not free of what you have sown, what shall rise up and spring forth in your next incarnation. There are those of you in this world that are of good report, that are compassionate and kind and loving. That is not by chance. The propagation of your own suffering over numerous lifetimes eventually leads one to return to love, as pain can become so intense that you would want to escape it. And the only escape is love. The only escape from suffering is love. The only escape from suffering is love. Is that not wondrous? And love is terribly misconstrued as that which is of the senses, and while the senses can feel good and not so good, the function of love is not just limited to the sensorial experience of your 5 physical senses. It's a recognition of this integrated unity that you have with all other things, that you affect everything all around you at all points of time and space. And that the way in which you interact and react with what is occurring in your life in any given moment is initiating events and circumstances that you will experience, if not in this lifetime, next. Those who are doing great evil now will reap the effects of that consequence, as many are reaping the effects of the evil they created in other lifetimes on your world today. You do not end up anywhere in this creation by chance. Everything is beneficent and orderly in its unfoldment. According to thy will, so it shall be. If your will is love, it shall be by love. If your will is fear, it shall be by fear. What you sow, you are most certainly reaping. If you measure yourself in terms of a single lifetime, then you miss the opportunity that lays ahead of you. And if you believe that the machinations of men of money and power, their money and their power is very temporary, and although they may intellectually know this, it does not necessarily give them the sight and the vision to understand the ancillary effects of their actions upon humanity. What you sow, you shall reap, and there is no escaping that. And there's very few that transcend love. Very few of you that transcend this game of birth and rebirth, cause and effect. To sit quietly in the divine arena observing the game of humanity. And yet there is also this delicious excitation of coming into this dimension. That you can come here and you can create experiences that can delight you and inspire you and add to the goodness of the world. And you shall reap accordingly. And you may come into this world and you may do great harm and damage and destruction. And you will reap the effects of that. It is a lawful and beneficent system of cause and effect in this dimension. As we have said, very few transcend this dimension. And the ones that recognize what they have done, that begin to correct it, that have done great evil, that eventually move their consciousness through trial and error, through repeated lifetimes, back to the state of love and grace, you call them your masters. And for some of you that believe that a single lifetime is the only measure of your existence, it would be very difficult for you to consider or believe that it's possible that someone such as your great saviors, your saints, were once themselves not so saintly, that they, through the effort of many lifetimes, brought themselves to the divine estate, to that function of ultimate love and compassion, the ultimate place of selfishness, to reunite with their divinity, to finally surrender the game of birth and death. And every one of you are in different places on that path of progress or digression, ascending to bliss or descending to suffering. And it is easy for you to assess where you are, even right now. And it is easy to know that where you are right now, you may change by an act of your free will. To resolve not to engage in things that will cause suffering for yourself or others. But each lifetime is very limited in terms of what you have in terms of human time. To overcome many lifetimes of destructiveness and evil is no small feat. to do it in a single lifetime. This is why so many will go through multiple lifetimes, slowly and incrementally evolving themselves experientially, often forgetting what was once remembered. And you call that brief moments where you suddenly remember, you call this state deja vu, where you get a small glimpse of having been in this and done this before, but not able to quite capture the essence of it, but you know the truth of this. Because it is through your will as it is now that you must define whether you shall progress towards love or digress towards fear. But you can know where you are right now. You can know where you are right now and make a decision. Knowing that you are an immortal soul does not assist you in escaping the effects of your causes. It simply gives you time to shift your consciousness from one state to another, whether that state be from fear to love or from love to fear, as there are those that get into such a state of bliss that they go backwards. They think that the whole world is theirs and they can do with it as they please. I am in charge, I am in power, they think. And you recklessly go about saying and doing and creating things for the benefit of yourself to the detriment of others, thinking, oh, well, I'm so good at what I do, I do not have to worry about consequences. But you will find those consequences. The ultimate place of absolute freedom is non-judgment. The absolute place of freedom is non-judgment. Even though you may hear these words and know that you are an immortal soul, you will still experience the effects of your causes. And while you are in a physical body, it can be very terrible and uncomfortable and displeasing to reap the effects of your own sowing, as equally as it can be a wonder and a bliss to experience the effects of your own causing. But you must still decide in this lifetime, how shall you be? What shall you become? It is by way of your free will that you get to define this. There is a greater will, but only a few have surrendered to that greater will and become the greater will. When you hear them say, I am that I am, that is one who surrendered their individuality to become the totality. And in that place, there's a level of non-judgment and acceptance which transcends the limitations of physical individuality. Your immortal soul shall continue eternally until you finally reach the place that we call home, where you can simply enjoy the pleasure of being, like the sun above you in the sky, which will burn bright longer than you shall have many lifetimes. And in the awareness of its own being, it simply knows that it is giving unconditionally to everything around it. That you might one day become a sun as well. And who then would the father be of the son? What a consideration. But keep this in mind, you are an immortal soul. And you shall remain so. And you shall forget this, many of you, while you're in the flesh, to learn and experience the effects of your own creative consciousness. And so that is what they brought to me this morning. And I share it with you in the best way I can. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello there, Dean. Good to see you. Just going to scroll down here. So I'm not going to be, I think I'll spend about 15 or 20 minutes with you guys. And if you want to do questions and answers, we can do that. But it's really important you understand in these coming days, like, you can catapult yourself up in consciousness because you're going to be tested. There's an all-knowing intelligence of which you're a part. It knows every conceivable thing you could ever think, say, or do. And that you can align yourself to that all-knowing intelligence and live a life that's pretty remarkable. We all have that chance now. So when these higher level energies are bombarding the planet from the sun, it's a really great opportunity to hook into the force of that energy and leverage it. Keep yourself centered more in love and in joy and peace. In any state that does not require fear, judgment, anger, frustration. Yeah. I'm hoping that we got sound here. Hi. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Hi. Hi, Kathy. Hi, guys. Who is he talking about or to? I'm talking about you. That you are a divine soul. An immortal soul. You are in a human experience to learn the act of creation. And this is what I was told this morning in my meditation by a group called the Ascended. That you are an immortal soul, that you will reap the consequences of your own sowing, and you will experience them in time and space. What you do while you're in time and space, you cannot escape the effects of that cause. Even through what you call physical death, you'll come back to reap the effects of your own causing. Only a few individuals, when you look at the overall spectrum of humans that have existed on this planet, only a handful of individuals have actually transcended the cycle of birth and death. No longer play the game of cause and effect. Right? And the Ascended are a group of individuals that have done that. They no longer play that game. Yes, you can ask a weird question if you want. Here we go. I'll scroll down. Yeah, if you've got a question, pretext the question with the word question. Oh, Amanda, thank you for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Questions from... Thank you, Drusilla, for moderating that. Appreciate that. Nina's asking, are my ancestors, grandparents around me? And if so, do they have any specific messages for me? Yes, they're saying, learn to listen. A lot of people don't realize when you leave the physical body, you do not cease to exist. And they're talking about this. When your physical body dies, that personality that you think you are no longer exists. That body that you existed as that individual no longer exists. But your grandparents are saying to me to tell you, it's important to learn to listen. You have to learn to listen to us. Learn to listen. And there's very simple ways to learn to hear without, because again, when somebody does not have a physical body, they can't use physical words. Physical words require the movement of sound. Like your vocal cords are orchestrated by the brain and ideas and information and produce a sound that we call language. If you don't have a physical body, then you can't produce physical sounds or physical touches. At least not the ones that are less developed. But you can learn to tune into your grandparents. You can learn to tune into your grandparents by relaxing the body and becoming sensitive to how their energy is around you. Because just because you leave the body doesn't mean you don't exist still. You just don't have a physical form. And there's very simple and easy ways you can learn to tune into the energy of your grandparents, your ancestors, your loved ones, your guardian angels, your ascended masters, Jesus, Buddha, many others. You need to learn how to transform the way you perceive, not just through your physical ears or your physical eyes, which is what most people, I want to hear them. That's physical hearing. Jesus talks about that all the time. You have ears but can't hear, because he's talking about learning to use your inner ear. So learn to use your inner ear. Tune into them. They're right with you right now. Yeah. You sit between them. They always liked it when you sat between them on the couch watching television. They loved that. So Jesus can hear you. Yes, Jesus can and does hear you. And a lot of people say, well, how can he hear? How can he listen to everybody all at once? The only reason that would be confusing is because you're looking at it from a finite perspective. Let's say here you are, where you are sitting right now, and you can look around the room and you can see everything you can see in the room around you right now. But that's all you can see from where you are. In terms of our perspective in consciousness, Master Jesus, Buddha, many others have learned to expand their consciousness out, to not be restricted to a single locus of identity, like of one single body. Their consciousness is far more expanded, so they can perceive and comprehend more because their consciousness is able to expand and experience more. So if you're in the room you're in, if you zoomed out and went to the house, to the sky above, you'd see your house, you'd see the neighborhood. If you went higher, you'd see the city. So the further you expand your consciousness out, the more you can comprehend and experience in time and space. So yes, Master Jesus hears you. And yes, he's saying it's important to not depend upon him to solve the problems that you created, but ask for my guidance and I'll guide you. But stop doing and thinking and being those things that sustain your suffering. That's so cool. Thank you. Can we energetically assist with the storm in Florida? Yes, absolutely. If you want to actually see this storm dissipating. I mean, there's 8 billion souls here. You can make your hand do this, right? The difference. What's the difference between your hand and a hurricane? Isn't just about size, it's about consciousness. So yeah, if we were all to like go deeply into imagining the storm suddenly just dissipating. Just imagine it just suddenly dissipating. All the energy just draining out. And just the clouds breaking up and spreading out in every direction. And just a bunch of rain falls and the winds diminish really quickly. If we all went deeply into that idea and energy, you'd be surprised at what can happen. To go deeply into that idea. The storm touches the land and the land says to the storm, I dissipate you. You know, consciousness, matter follows emotion. And there's a lot of fear being propagated around these events. Because people don't understand that emotion organizes matter. It's something my guardian angel John taught me. Emotion is the 5th state of energy. And it coordinates and organizes matter, time, and space very differently. And we can learn to harness that emotion. So yes, Drusilla, we can absolutely affect weather patterns with our consciousness, individually and collectively, right? So yeah, you can imagine that storm just dissipating and suddenly just slows down and loses all its power. Just stops and just becomes a bunch of rain. Can you please try answering my question that I asked? Thank you. Let's see if I can find it. I got a lot of questions coming here. I think God spoke to my heart about my inner anger. I see things a lot better about energy now. It's so good. Thank you. It's as though we are the only ones speaking. Right. You look good, Uncle Mike. Sending you positive vibes. It's been a long time since somebody's called me Uncle Mike. Alright. If I don't get your thank you. Question. Can you say to my parents that I miss them so much and they left this world too early? Yes, they want me to ask you to sit down right now because their energy is coming in right now. Sit down if you're not already sitting. Close your eyes, take a slow deep breath and relax. And what I want you to do, yes, they want to come all around you right now. Just relax. And don't try to feel anything, like don't try to feel a presence physically, but just let their energy interact with your body. Just feel what happens on the right and left side of your body right now. Just relax and be open and think to your parents, come closer to me. And then just feel the energy that they're giving you. Because they're just coming right close to your sides right now. Like just feel the energy. Don't feel sensation. Just feel. It's the only words I have. The only way I can describe it. But you'll feel their presence in the way that you're able to feel their presence. Just relax the body and feel them. Relax. Relax. They've never left your side. Question from Sweet Fairy-ish. Any message from the universe on the attraction I felt between me and the doctor I met 2 days ago, please? He is so kind, and my nervous system calmed down immediately when I talked to him. That's, it's a wonderful story. A lot of medical doctors are now beginning to remember their real purpose is to heal, not to poison and give people directions with drugs. A lot of them are starting to be awakened. I'm being told now a lot of doctors are awakening to the fact that they are naturally healers, and they can heal with their presence. That's what healers do. Healers have a connection to that source that is able to heal you. Yeah, that's the connection, is it remembering that you are a healer too. Good morning, William. Will I ever move from where I am? I feel I'm in a standstill. Then you have to move, Momo. Like, just do it. Set an intention. Just do it. Do it. Do it. That feeling in your body, I'm at a standstill, let that feeling go. Like, breathe that feeling out of your body. If you want to learn how to let go of old emotions, if you want to learn how to connect your loved ones, your guides, your ascended masters, archangels, you can connect to these beings. They exist. And you can let go of feelings that are holding you back. You can literally let go of that feeling in your body of standing still. It's a stuck feeling. I'm being told it's up around your heart and chest area. That feeling, that stuck feeling is right around here. You need to release that stuck feeling out of your body. Again, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You've got less than 3 weeks now to sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening. And it's literally a course in awakening to your spiritual nature, remembering who you are as a spiritual entity, not just as a personality the world's made you into being. And again, you'll learn to connect your guides, angels, ascended masters, loved ones, multidimensional beings. You'll learn to open up your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience. You're going to learn to use your emotional energy very differently. I channel the ascended masters 3 times a week for 3 weeks. You'll be interacting with other mediums on our team. You'll be learning about how to raise the vibration of your body by changing what you eat. Very important time. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Sign up today. Check it out. Hi. Metal price. Gold has reached an all-time high of 2. Those that have controlling the narrative will get you to believe in anything, but it will lead wherever you want it to lead you. Where do you want it to lead you, Daniela? To prosperity? To believing that you can't participate in that? It leads you wherever you want to believe it leads you. Dr. TM, let's see how your exam went. I did my 10-hour exam with joy. Thank you. Any message from Ascended Masters? What is next in my life? I see all as a reflection of me. Feel there is nothing to do. Oh, there'll be lots for you to do. Like I said, your function of love is greater than anything else. Understand that your love should function through everything you say and do. Love should function through everything you say and do. You create a very different karma when you're intentional about love. Right? And love isn't all sunshine and lollipops. Sometimes love can be pretty intense. Yes, you will. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's nice. Someone made a comment here on TikTok. You look hot, Daddy. That's cute. Brings joy to my heart. I am having a lovely Wednesday so far, Kathy. Thank you so much. And Kathy, thank you so much for supporting me on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Patreon. Thank you guys. You make it possible for me to bring these messages through 3 times, 4 times a week. Thank you so much, Kathy. I love that. I have no idea what that is, but it's so cute. Question from Judy. 25 years ago, lying in bed, I had sleep paralysis and then felt something like tingling in my brain and what sounded like dental instruments. Then a huge flash. What or who was that? Let me just give me a moment here. There's a lot of energy to that. Yeah, it would be really great for you, Judy, to spend time with your pineal gland today. Because your question is calling forth the answer. So literally, in your meditation today, sit down, relax the body, bring your awareness into the pineal gland, like as if you can bring your entire being into the space of that tiny gland in there. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Hold your breath because you want to build energy up in the pineal gland. So every time you draw a breath in, you're filling your body with electrons. You're developing an electrical charge when you breathe in. So you want to breathe that charge in and bring it up to the pineal gland. Bring the charge to the pineal gland. Hold it for a few seconds and release. And each time you release, say, I want to know the truth. Okay? Just do that. So you'll feel the release, and you're going to feel a strange sensation. Be like a kind of an energy release from that place in the physical head. And when that happens, you say, I want to know the truth. You can either speak it out loud or think it internally. But you want to key that energy to react and respond to you with that information that you're seeking. Right? Yeah, it's very cool. Hello, Casey. Hi. What is the rose of Christ? The rose of Christ is the fulfillment of the divine expression of himself in this physical dimension. The rose of Christ is the unfoldment of his divine expression into this physical dimension. The way he was in the last 3 years of his ministry, because his ministry wasn't just the last 3 years. We hear a lot about the last 3 years. But his ministry spanned, but those last 3 years were the rose of his divinity unfolded to the point where he suddenly realized, I and the Father, I and God are one. I and the creative consciousness of all that is are one. And the full blossom of the rose of Christ was that revelation, I am that I am. Right? But it unfolded, the rose opened, the petals of the divine rose of Christ opened over those 3 years that he ministered around Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, China, where he went, when he did these things, these miracles that they call, which are originally a natural phenomena of a movement of exercise and consciousness. But these miracles were each steps in his mastering and understanding his relationship with the limitless power of the divine, and then becoming one with it. Yes, it's beautiful. Thanks for asking that question. You guys, when you guys ask me questions, I get the answers too. Oh, thank you so much. Happy birthday to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Blue Magi. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thank you again for that super chat, Amanda. Wonderful. Hello, Bob. Good to see you. The visitors I have of the new world getting these solar flares seem almost too good to be true. If you're aware how to utilize this energy, you can save lifetimes of work. In your meditations, be grateful for the life that you have. Be grateful for the life that beats your heart. Know that these energies coming into the planet are changing everyone and everything, are affected by it. None of us can escape being affected by what's coming from the sun. But we can harness it, because what you hold in your mind and in your heart will be amplified. If you've got a very healthy body, your health will be amplified. You've got a very diseased body, that's going to be amplified. You got powerful positive emotions in your mind, they'll be amplified. You got powerful negative emotions in your mind, they will be amplified. You need to learn to operate your mind and body very differently so you can utilize these energies to catapult yourself into a very different life of creation, right? It's just energy. Can't be created, can't be destroyed, can only be changed from one state to another. Your emotions follow the same laws of energy. Emotions cannot be created, emotions cannot be destroyed, they can only be changed from one state into another. And what a glorious opportunity for everyone on this planet to shift their energy. And again, you will not be judged by God about what you do. You'll be judged by the effects that you cause, right? You think a lot of these people that are fighting the wars right now are there by chance? Nothing happens by chance in God's creation. Everything is an orderly and beneficent unfoldment of the causes and effects that we all initiate. All of us. Individually and collectively. Nothing happens by chance, folks. Is it my birthday? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Drusilla. David's asking, hi, William. I had a dream about a very large brown Newfoundland dog jumping up and down outside a pair of glass doors, which I was behind, trying to get my attention any interpretation. Yes. Remember to play today. Be of joyous spirit. If I tune into energy, yeah, yes. Joy is the key for you today. Don't keep yourself separated from your joy. Don't watch it as something that's out there. Become joy today. Become joy. Become joy today. Become joy. Yeah, there's some, whoever this is, they're really insistent. Become joy. Become joy today. Right? That's pretty cool. Hi. I'm 42 again. Yeah. I gotta say, thank you guys, appreciate that. My elbow was healed by my faith. It is whole and perfect now. Thank you, William. You're very welcome, Red One. Remember, your body is an instrument given to you to use. It's designed by nature to follow your instructions. Every cell in your body is designed to learn to follow your instructions. Notice that word, designed to learn to follow your instructions. You have to teach your body to follow your instructions. You can teach your heart to beat beautifully. You can teach your blood pressure to be balanced. You can teach your body to do things. The autonomic functions of your body and the automatic functions of your body all come under your control and authority if you choose to assert that. You can literally alter and change your heart rate. You can alter and change your blood pressure. You can alter and change the digestive system. People do it all the time. They're just not aware they're doing it. But I'm so grateful that your elbow is healed, and that if anything that came through me assisted you in that process, I'm truly grateful and happy for you. It's wonderful. Wonderful. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to create. Oh yeah, I had a really fascinating thing happen on the way home. We had to go into Toronto yesterday. On our way back, we kept running into these traffic jams and ambulances and fire trucks and everything. We finally pulled off the road and we just started driving along. And we just kept running into all these traffic jams, so we just decided to go into joy about it. As we did that, I look up, and this giant rainbow, a complete double rainbow, suddenly appears from this one cloud right in front of us. We fortunately took pictures of it, but what really blew my mind is because I always know that God's working with me and through me. He's always testing me, always letting me know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. He'll put people, events, and circumstances in front of me to give me the opportunity to choose love or to choose fear. And God will always try and give you the opportunity to make the best possible choice. So we're sitting there just enjoying being in the traffic. Not getting upset, not frustrated, just saying we're here, let's enjoy it. And this rainbow appears. And it's this beautiful double rainbow. I have pictures of it somewhere here. I don't think you'll be able to see it very well. Anyway, the rainbow, the whole rainbow was right there from side to side. We couldn't see the far side because of a line of trees, but we knew the whole rainbow was there. But the rainbow where it ended on the left side was literally like 80 feet away from us. You could actually see the rainbow coming up from the ground and going up. It was the most amazing thing I've ever witnessed in my life, and it's just a wonderful thing. If you want to talk about signs, we get signs like that all the time, where life is telling you you're on the right track. And by the way, there was no pot of gold and there was no leprechauns that we could see at that end of the rainbow. But it was really cool. Things like that happen all the time. Is Ron treating Heidi good or stealing from her? I'm not at liberty to go into deep detail about it in public, but I can say that there's something that is not quite correct there. I'm not being given specific advice about it, whether it's about money, but there's something not quite correct there. Right? Hi. Hi there. I felt an energy last night asking me to send love to the hurricane. Great idea. Do that. Watch what happens. Love is a transforming energy. Fear is a transforming energy. All emotion organizes matter. And if you understand that our emotional field collectively, this is one of the reasons I'm here in this dimension, is to bring awareness to the fact that human collective unconsciousness is affecting time, space, and matter as we all experience it. That the sun, as a physical thing, reacts and responds to collective energy from all the planetary systems and the life forms that's on them. And it reacts and responds, just as your mom or dad would react and respond to you if you were upset or hurt. They would respond to you. Our emotions cause interactions and reactions with the sun, the earth, the moon, the other systems, even with each other. So yeah, we can affect hurricanes. We can affect wildlife. We can affect animals. You can affect your children. Think about it. The way you speak to people affects them, right? Right? Yes. Hello. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for that. Wonderful. Thank you, Amanda. I get messages through dreams. Weird, huh? A few actual visions. What happened exactly? As dreamt. Dream warnings. Sometimes you can get visions in dreams. And you, because you have that vision, you can affect outcomes. You can change the structure of a vision because it's been given to you to take responsibility for. You can affect and change events of time and space by the visions you get. A lot of people ask, well, why have not all the predictions of Jim Clemens come true? Or why haven't all the predictions of Nostradamus come true? Because human consciousness emotionally and mentally changes and alters time, space, and matter. Our emotions change events and circumstances and people. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Hi. Thank you, Dr. TM, for that super sticker. Really appreciate it. Right after live, anyone who wants to participate, sit quietly. Okay, so somebody's making a request here. So if we want to do a social experiment here together, let's take a minute right now, all of us. And let's all imagine, because you can visualize that hurricane, the eye of the hurricane, the red colors and all that. You can hold that in your mind. Well, let's hold that in our mind and see it just dissipating, turning all to light white. Let's just imagine for the next minute that whole system is now just dissipating. The red colors draining out of it now, and it's just becoming a spreading out of clouds. And let's do that for just like 1 minute together collectively. And let's do a social experiment and observe what happens, okay? So let's just transmit that. You're interacting. The minute you think about the storm, you're automatically connected to the energy of that storm. Now imagine that energy suddenly getting weaker and weaker and dissipating and just spreading out to nothing. And the only thing that comes from it now is rain. All the winds are dying down, getting weaker and weaker and weaker. There's no need for them anymore. What is needed from the storm has been provided. And it is now dissipating. Even before it makes landfall, it's just dissipating. Just see that red color fading away to gray. Just dissipating, 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 dissipating. And just hold that. Hold that in your mind for about a minute now. And if you feel any emotion, if you feel any fear associated with that event, just imagine that fear just dissipating. For those of you that may be down there right now, if you're hearing this, let your fear go and send your love and your gratitude to the energy of that storm. Let go of all fear and just see that red color is now just draining out. And the storm just falters and fades. And the Everglades and all those other places receive the rain that they need this time of year. The gardens, the fruit trees, the vegetables, the animals that need that rain are going to get it now. Just hold that energy. Thank you. Thank you for suggesting that, Drusilla, Amanda. It's wonderful. And do it throughout the day. How can I find something I lost? First of all, you've got to decide you haven't lost it. Because I used to lose things a long time ago. Now I never lose anything. Even if I think I lose something, I know I haven't lost it. You haven't lost anything, and it will show up. I kid you not. We have lots of glitches happen. We bought this cell phone holder for our vehicle, and it broke into 2 pieces. And my wife said to me, "Oh, here, don't throw it out. I'll glue it back together with some crazy glue, right?" And so she put it aside in a drawer. And as we're getting ready to move out here, she finds it in a box, and it's already together. No cracks, no. It was put back into its original state. Things can happen when you have the right concept in your mind. Her idea was it being made to look like new. And so what do we get? We get this thing that's made like new. If I had it right here with me, I'd show you. And it didn't just happen once. It happened twice with 2 different things. The exact same device breaks twice. Both times we find them both completely whole. So you haven't lost anything. Understand that. You didn't lose it. It will return to you. Like, really go deeply into that understanding. I don't lose anything. Go into that. I don't lose anything. It'll show up. And then just go about your day. And then when that happens, when it comes back to you, let us know. Send me a message. Right? Hi. Well, I can't capture every question there, darling. Hi, Mag. I don't get every question. And if I don't get to your question, you can always ask me later. Go to my Linktree link in my bio on TikTok, or below any of the descriptions in my videos. You'll see the Linktree link. Click there. If you want to ask me a question, go through the Linktree link. You can leave me a tip if you want. If your question's been answered today, if you've gotten some value out of what you heard, then send a tip through the tip jar through my Linktree link. I'd really appreciate that. Anything you can do to support the channel would be really helpful. Thank you so much. That's good to know about the gland. I see, yeah, orbs are all over the place. If you can tune in them. I see energy on the wall all the time. If I look up at the wall in front of me, I can literally start to see the molecules shaking. Just this vibration that comes off the wall. And I can do the same thing on the floors. We can all do that. You can learn to shift the perceptual ability of your consciousness to change the eyes to see a different spectrum of light. Hello. I hope you are well. I am well. I hope you're well too, darling. Hi. Good to see you. How can I heal the CRPS and pain in my left leg? Athena. Okay, Athena, sit down right now. Sit down. And put your attention, get your body relaxed. Relax the muscles in the legs. And relax the muscles in the feet, okay? Take a slow, deep breath. And imagine you can take your breath and you can draw your breath into your leg through the sole of your feet. So imagine that you can breathe your breath into the sole of your foot right now, into the place where the pain and discomfort is. Draw your breath into there. And hold your breath there. And as you hold your breath there, think this thought to the pain in your leg and foot. I will not ignore you because I'm willing to love you. And then exhale. And then take another slow, deep breath in through the foot, as if you could draw your breath into your foot to where the pain is. And repeat that. I will not ignore you because I'm willing to love you. And then exhale again. And then just completely, every time that pain comes up, just say, I will not ignore you. And stay present with the pain. Don't try to attack it or get rid of it. Stay close to it. And just be kind and gentle with it. Like literally, just stay present. Don't ignore it. Say, I will not ignore you. I will not forsake you. I'm willing to love you. But do that slowly and deliberately. And the pain in the body will receive your thought and react and respond to the energy of that thought. Okay? And leave a comment in the comment section about what happened for you. And if anybody's fascinated or interested in what they say, please don't hesitate to leave comments and your thoughts and ruminations on what you've heard and experienced today. It would be really, really cool to have that. Thank you so much. Question from Rue. Is it in my and everyone's best and highest good to move? I get that it's certainly in your best interest. There are some around you that would be reluctant to see you go, but it would be certainly in your best interest. Absolutely. Hello, I'm wondering if you saw what job I'm going into and when. It's funny you're saying that. I'm seeing a giant cello. Literally, it's a giant cello. It's about 9 feet tall, this cello. And it's just standing up by itself. But it's a giant cello, and you can see I can see the marks where the strings pass over and make the sound into the base of it. But it's a giant cello. That's what I'm getting about the job you're moving into. It's this image of a giant cello. So whatever that means or however that relates to it, please let me know. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you so much. Hi. Thank you, Judy, for that super chat. Really appreciate that. That super sticker. Thank you so much. Hello, Puri. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so kindly. Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. Question from Vertical. Christine feels weak going from one room to the other. Home is full of crystals. Is a crystal interfering with her energy and health? I'm being told she's low on iron. She's low on iron. Her body is low on iron, is what I'm being told immediately. Her body is low on iron. Get her to get some iron into her body. Hematite would be really beneficial for her, to keep some hematite close to her, but she needs to get physical iron, like iron supplement, into her body. She's low on iron. Right? It's not crystal interference. She's low on iron. Hi. I'm wondering that. Here we go. Hi, how you doing? Thank you so much. I will let you know how I feel. It's funny. There's what I want and then what actually needs to happen. Thank you so much for that. Wonderful. TN is asking, hi William, question, why do I have trouble sleeping at night? What can I do? Any suggestion? Thank you. Again, if you want, for you, okay, this is for you, TN, specifically, when you go to lie down tonight, okay, lie down, close your eyes, take 10 really slow, deep breaths, and with each exhale, give your body permission to relax. You got to consciously give your body permission to relax. 10 deep breaths like that, and then do the same thing for your mind. Imagine you could breathe your breath into your mind, and as you exhale, give your mind, say to your mind, I give you permission to be still and quiet. And just slow, and keep breathing slow and deep with each breath. Because as you exhale, your exhale should be like a command to the body to release, to relax, to let go. A command to the mind to release, to relax, to become still and quiet. And then as the body and mind get quiet, put your attention, part of your attention on the physical sun. Wherever it is, just put your attention on the physical sun and another part of your attention on the physical earth. Because a lot of people are going to be having restless nights, feeling jumpy, nervous, anxiousness because of these incoming ascension energies. Really important to be properly grounded, properly hydrated, eat more living food than anything else that you can, like fresh fruits, vegetables, things that are really good for your body. You want to keep your body electrically balanced right now, especially with these incoming energies. Keep your mind quiet, calm, and peaceful. Oh, I just thought of somebody. Oh yes it is. Thank you so much, Lauren. Happy birthday. I'd like to know if I'm on the right path with my career choice. I'm being Serena, don't just choose one thing. There's multiple things that you love to do. You need to do all three. You need to do all three of the things you love to do. Make time for each and every one of them every day. Don't just choose one. You won't be very happy. You need to choose multiple. Everybody does. Everybody is multifaceted and multi-talented. we're raised and conditioned to believe you got to find the right career, the right job, and you cut off so much of your own power. You know, somebody like Elon Musk is an incredible example of somebody who's multidimensionally, multifaceted, where he allows his being to explore and experience many different expressions. And you're like that too. Everyone's designed to be multifaceted, not singularly, multifaceted. That's why the job of mother is so fascinating, because you get to do many things, multifaceted. That's our nature. You're a multifaceted being. Yeah. Wonderful. Hi. Oh, thank you so much, Sunflower. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Vertical. I'm on a losing streak with my online game. Do you know of any way to get more luck winning, please? It's not about getting luck, Teresa. It's letting go of your frustration and stepping away from your online game. Go outside and spend time with the trees, the grass. Connect to the sun. You need to get your energy. Your body does not want to be sitting behind a computer all the time. You need to take it out for a walk. Like a dog or cat. Most people take better care of their animals than they take care of their own animal. Your body is an animal that you're living in. You're living in an animal. You're living in an animal body. It needs to be taken out. It needs to be exercised. It needs to be played with. You need to do things with your body just like you do with your dog or cat. You don't leave your dog in the house all the time, or you ignore your cat. Treat your body with greater respect. Don't just sit in front of the game. The winning streak will come back, but you got to give your body what it needs, because it'll get worse before it gets better unless you start taking care of it. Take it out for a walk. Make time for it. You watch. You'll see. Go out today. Take your body out to a walk for the park. Maybe go for a little run. Do a little exercise with it. Go see a couple of friends. And then go back to gaming when you feel the body can do that. The body will not lie to you, but it won't let you abuse it either without telling you. You're very welcome. Hi, guys. Will my guardian angel charms be a success? Please. Oh, yes. I just got that. They said, whoever it was, they just said yes. I wasn't understanding of it, and then they just said yes. Of course it will. Of course it will. But it's important you understand the function of these. That it's not just about the charm, it's imbuing the intention that these charms will act as an energetic anchor to make that person more conscious and aware of their ability to perceive the energy of their guardian angels. It's not about the charm. It's about bringing the person's awareness that their guardian angels are present with them. Not just as the charm. The charm is just an intention to remind them to connect to the energy of their guardian angels. And that is how you must let them know. That this is to remind them that they have a guardian angel, and not to forget, to be aware of them. Yes, it will do very well. I love that. Guardian angel charms, that's really cool. Question, can you see if my son will find a purpose or education in nearby time? Yeah, I'm getting a strong energy from your son that he needs a very strong male figure in his life. Right? He needs a very strong male figure that's not afraid to give him a little shove. He needs a strong male figure to give him a little shove right now, right? Because what you're doing isn't working. Because you're a very different energy than what he needs. You don't have the energy your son needs. A lot of people don't realize how important it is to have two-parent families. A lot of people don't see the value in that. Two-parent families are very, 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 very important. But your son needs a strong male energy to help move him forward. I don't know how old your son is, but if you can, maybe you can, if he's young enough, you can hook him up to a Big Brother Society of Canada or the United States or whatever country you're in. But get him, he needs a strong male energy to give him the push he needs right now. That's what he's needing. Hi, I've been having a lot of injuries in family this month. Has been testing me. I know, eh? And our emotions coordinate our experiences, and everybody not just you, everybody around us is being affected by these energies. The sun is projecting what we call ascension energy at the planet. And science calls it gamma rays, coronal mass ejections, cosmic rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays. There's different scientific names for these spectrums of color. But this spectrum of energy, we call it ascension energy, it alters and changes the energetic function of time, space, and matter in this physical dimension. And if you're in a state of fear, if you're holding fear in your heart, you're going to generate experiences that match that. And this energy will amplify your current emotional energy. Your dominant emotional energy is going to be amplified. So you need to learn how to change your energy, your emotions. You got to learn to change your emotions from one state to another. Anxiety can be changed to patience, right? Fear can be changed to love. You can learn how to transform energy from one state to another. If you really want to learn how to do that, go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com, and check out our masterclass series, because that masterclass series will introduce you to experiencing and learning how to master utilizing your own emotional energy in a constructive, powerful, and positive way, instead of remaining subjective to it, like, I got no control over how I feel. That's bullshit. Nobody's taught you how to change your own emotional energy. So this is just the way I feel. That's nonsense. It isn't just the way you feel. You didn't feel that way when you were born, but you do need to learn how to operate your own emotional energy. Emotional energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another. And we've seen many, many people in our classes in the last 5.5 years who go from intense depression, anxiousness, sadness, into a whole new life. And we might have some students here might be willing to leave a comment there. Leave a comment. If you're one of our students, leave a comment about how our masterclass changed your life, especially emotionally. Hello, Scotland. Good to see you here. Do I have any messages for you? Hi. It's good to have you. Oh, well, the energy in Scotland is going to be really great today. If you can get to a high point in Scotland, get to the highest point you can around you, and sit and take in the energy of the sun. And it might sound a little strange, but go to a high place that you can find near you, where you can actually allow yourself to take in the energy of the sun with gratitude. Take in the energy of the sun with gratitude for you. It's going to have a tremendous impact. Some wonderful things will start unfolding in your life just from taking that energy in with gratitude. Okay? Take the energy of the sun in with gratitude. Right? It's going to be really good for you. Abigail's asking about her medal of a Virgin of Mary. I don't know why, but I'm seeing it beside a little rock somewhere. There's a footpath beside the rock. It's like a grayish brown rock like this, and it's kind of just sitting on the edge of it, but there's a footpath just beside it. That's what I'm seeing. I can only receive what I'm developed enough to be able to receive. As a spiritual medium, you need to know this. As a spiritual medium, it's like any other skill. You develop it, you learn it, you practice it. Being a spiritual medium, being a channel, you learn to receive information. And it takes practice, patience, and perseverance to learn and develop the practice, because it's not always, it's like learning your ABCs. You don't often get it right away, but you practice. You keep practicing and practicing, and you get better and better at it. So anybody can be a medium. Anybody can be a channel if they have the time and the desire to learn that skill and the practice and how to open up your senses to information. Right? Hi. Someone says, when I'm imagining the hurricane dissipating, my chest, then whole body is tingling. Yes, because you're bringing in energy. You're bringing energy into time and space, and you affect time and space with it. Will my daughter start her labor soon? Thank you for looking. Listen. Oh, why would you do that to that soul? Why are you in such a hurry? We have this system of your child and your grandchild have a life of their own. It's going to happen in the right timing. You need to remind your daughter of this when she's there. Say, I accept you in good order. Because doctors will try and force the problem. Oh, it's got to be 9 months at this time and this day. We better make sure it happens then. No, that's gobbledygook. You know, there's very rare instances where medical intervention is necessary. Let the timing of your granddaughter or grandson be that which it is. And let your daughter be excited and joyful about what is to come. Be grateful. And welcome them. Tell your daughter to welcome the child. And you too, welcome it. Don't be we welcome you when you're ready. We're right here. We're open arms. Be in that energy. Be in that energy where you're open and receptive to receiving them. And I can feel your excitement, and congratulations. But let the child feel your excitement. I'm excited to have you come into my life. Like, think that telepathically to that child. I'm excited to have you in this world with me. Think that telepathically to that child. I'm excited to have you in the world with me. Do that. Right now. Do it right now. I'm excited to have you in the world with me. Yeah, it'd be amazing what your thoughts can do. Hi. Yeah, a lot of people going through a lot of physical symptomology. Right? Jasmine saying here, William's classes changed my emotional life forever. I'm able to process family dynamics in a healthy way now. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for sharing that. Yeah. Someone else saying, William Michael Forbes classes are very transformational. I highly recommend them. Infinite love and gratitude. Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate that. Yes, I'm very excited to have this child in the world, and I'm very excited for you. That's wonderful. Yeah, get to that place. Am I low on magnesium or getting too much? You're pretty balanced right now. Yeah. You need, yes. Your body, you got to get your body to synthesize natural calcium. Right? Don't take in calcium supplements. Don't take in calcium supplements. Find something that's a natural source of synthesizing calcium. Again, I'm just giving what's being given to me, but you can research what are the things the body needs to synthesize calcium production, right? What are the things, what are the minerals your body needs to synthesize calcium production, right? You need to know that. Search that right now. On Monday, I had a sharp pain return in my right thumb. I did what you taught us, and it went away. Thank you. You're very, very welcome, Kata. Yeah, they do a lot of amazing things for us. They really do. Can you feel anything for me, please? And thank you. Deborah, I'm being told to tell you, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, and put your hand over your heart, over the heart chakra. Put your hand over there. Feel the energy that's going to your heart right now. As you place your hand there, feel the energy that's going into the heart chakra. And make this statement, I accept love in my life. Make that statement, I accept love in my life. Just make that statement right now, I accept love in my life. Chew each word carefully. I accept love in my life. Make certain the hand is over the heart chakra and that you feel as you speak the words what happens in there. I accept love in my life. And just stay with that for about a minute or two. And then leave a comment in the comment sections about what you experienced. Really appreciate it. Yes. He's proud of you, Janavi. He's very proud of you. Yes. Very proud of you. Yes, Bartman. That dream about your boys seeing you in that white car is you have been clearing and purifying your mind to be more of a function of love. You're shifting towards the purity of love and away from the discoloration of fear. That's the language I'm being given to give you about that. You've shifted your energy away from the vibrational plane of fear, more towards the vibrational plane of love. And they're perceiving that, experiencing that. Wonderful. Really good. Hi. Hi. Hi there. Anyway, I just realized I've stayed on way longer than I expected to. I got to head out and go pick up some things. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. I would look forward to seeing you guys on Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to go off and get some stuff done today. I want to wish you all much love. Thank you to my patrons for supporting my Patreon channel and supporting this work, because you don't just support it on Patreon, you support it here. You help facilitate these messages and information being transmitted to people that would not otherwise get them. To those that take our classes and courses, thank you also for you help these people, again, these messages to be sustained and maintained. And remember, if you want to know more about the courses and classes we do offer, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Check out our masterclass series in the courses section on the website. And sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening. You've only got 3 more weeks before the class begins. Well, 3.5 more weeks before the class begins. And you don't want to miss it. It will change your life. It will revolutionize your emotional life. It will revolutionize your physical life. And you're going to have some wonderful things happen for you. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out today. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye for now.